So, a famous map of the UK. Ouch, he will eat this, so maybe that's a bad idea. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Two Wheel Quest. Discover the world with me. Hello everybody and welcome back to Two Wheel Quest from sunny Scotland. It's sunny for a change. Oops, there goes my helmet. This guy here is taking a fancy to my helmet. This fellow is a Shetland pony. So I stayed at this wonderful guest house last night and it was really fantastic. And here's our host for last evening. She did a fantastic job, not just the warmth with which she came here, but we couldn't find any food. And she cooked for us and she gave us a great meal. And this morning's breakfast was, I don't think I'm going to eat for the rest of the day. and here's a lucky husband. Alistair. Alistair. So this is Selena and this is Alistair. And this gentleman here is a couple that we met here at breakfast. And we had a lovely chat this morning. Hang on. Hello, Ricky. Ricky, you've retired, haven't you?
Yes.
Yeah, so they're wandering around the North NC 500 coast, taking how long are you on the road for?
Just a couple of days.
Couple of days, and you go back to, I think you came from Dingwall. So they live in Dingwall. And this is, I thought this was like a working farm, but it turns out that most of the ponies and the sheep are all pets. They've got 3 friendly dogs. We got quite close to them last night. And yeah, it was, I think all the animals sort of gave it a different flavor altogether. So the stay was wonderful.
Oh,
so Alistair and Selena, thank you very much.
Thank you.
We hope to see you again on the road when we're on the NC 500. Yeah. And you can look forward to seeing yourself on YouTube at some point. So this lady is ready to rock and roll. Now let me show you the route for the day. Here we are. We are right here at the moment near Thurso. So we came up from here and rode all the way down. This is John O'Groats. We were there yesterday. Now we are somewhere here. We're going to head along the coast again, all the way around it, until tonight's stop is somewhere after Ullapool. So it's going to be somewhere here. So we would have actually circled right around the coast of Scotland, northern Scotland. That's it. And let's see the rest of it from the road. Starting off from the B&B here. We have about 5 hours of riding today, about 200 miles again. That's 320 kilometers. We're going beyond Ullapool because that's where we have found a place to stay for the night. Some of these country houses that work as B&Bs, Tignaclash, that's the guest house. That's some of these country houses and B&Bs close for winter and open only after Easter. It's around middle of April. So for people who come around this way, we have to be a little more careful to find places beforehand so that you can be sure of having a place to stay once you get here. Now the weather is good. It was sunny when about half an hour ago. It's a little cloudy right now. No problem. I'm hoping that the weather will hold again for another day. It's been almost a week of no rain. There is a place on the way where they've got some caves. They say it's the largest cave system in Britain. Malvik, that's the name of this place. Malvik, that's how we say it in Gaelic. Malvik. So once we get to the cave, we'll stop around and take a look. It's 7 degrees, not too cold, and I'm going to enjoy this one. Onward to Ullapool. Whoa, the beach is stunning. I'll have to be careful now because there's a curve coming up. Maybe it will curve a little bit, and I don't know how much you can see from that side because the sun is in my eye. I'm riding west. The sun shouldn't be in my eye. It should be somewhere behind me. Maybe it's just the sun that's reflected, the sunlight coming off the clouds. It's not the sun that's behind me, really. At least we've gone past some of the bigger clouds, the rain clouds, so maybe there is still some hope. Oh, very dramatic landscape. The beach, and then you've got the snow clouds, the snowy hills, and a pretty village here. Best of everything Scotland has to offer. There's an old stone house in the distance. Looks a few hundred years old. So we're getting closer to Tongue village. There's a small castle-like thing on top of it. Must have been a working castle long time ago. Petrol and diesel. You don't get these petrol pumps here as you would elsewhere. You have to look out for those small tiny boards that point out where the petrol is available, otherwise you might miss it. So I was told this by somebody when I was starting off for the NC500. So he said that you will find petrol. It's not that it's not available, but it's not like a petrol station that you will find everywhere else. You'll have to look out for those tiny boards, and you'll find a small pump located somewhere inside. Most probably not even on the road, but just down below. Yeah, there is a spit of land that's going right across to the other side. If I had the time, I would have explored all of this. I wish I had more time here. Perhaps I should come here for a few weeks together and then take all those little small lanes that go nowhere. That would be quite an experience. After April would be a good time to come because it won't be so cold, and the other activities will be on, the tourist activities. So therefore you can find accommodation easier and probably cheaper. I think it's kind of counterintuitive that you would find cheaper accommodation in season rather than off season. That's because most of the establishments are closed in off season. This looks like the poster of Scotland. When you have a tourist poster, this would be it. Stunning. What is this? Yeah, I'm going to go down there and see what's written here. When you approach Loch Ribble, did you notice the land getting lower and greener? This far corner of Scotland is an isolated patch of land underlain by Durness limestone, which is softer and more fertile than the other rocks around it. So this is near Durness. Yeah, absolutely wonderful. You're left speechless. They call it the Northwest Highlands Rock Route. Welcome to Northwest Highlands Geopark. So we are here and we're going to Durness and then head along that way and Loch Inver and then come down this way to Ullapool. Wonder whether that is there. I can see a fort kind of thing there, and there is some construction there, very old, so it's more like a cave or something that goes into the rock. Maybe I should go wander down there and take a look. I don't know whether it's private or public. Yeah, it's open. I'll just ride down there and take a quick look and see what that is about. Maybe there's a board there that talks about it. The road goes around, not towards the Pebble Beach. The road goes up to that building there. Yeah, maybe another time. These are all single lanes. The way we came almost 30 miles now, it's all been single lanes. So there's this passing place every 100 meters. So whoever, when you see a vehicle coming from the other side, you're supposed to pull into the passing place and let the other person pass if he got to that place before you. So yeah, that's a courtesy. So, but when they see motorcyclists, some of these guys just pull over and wait for you to leave, and that's very courteous. I'm going slow anyway. I'm not interested in getting anywhere fast. I mean, who would want to? This place is not to be just ridden over. It's a place to be explored. I think single track road do not impede traffic. See, there's a passing place here, there's a passing place there, and there's another there. It's all over the place. And you have full right of the road. So if there's a vehicle coming from the other side, you have to assume that he will not move out of his way because he has full right of the road, and the person who has to allow them to pass is to pull over so that they can pass. Now there's a fish farming going on here. In this cold water, is this a North Sea? Not sure, but there must be salmon farms. You pass one place and you think it can't get better, and then you take a turn and then it gets even better. Oh. This place has a very untamed, wild kind of feeling to it. There are a lot of places where you can stop and find what you want, coffee and petrol. So it's just 30-40 miles apart. But in between is completely wild and untamed, and no people, no construction, no houses, no nothing. No sign of civilization other than these occasional boards, and then you find these telephone, or rather those are telephone lines, I think, or probably electric transmission lines. I see a line of pine trees there, quite a lot of them suddenly out of the blue. I don't know how they came up, just that piece. I had another look at these posts also, these poles. These are actually electrical transmission lines. Here, that's how they bring electricity across. Don't see that in very many places these days. Everything has gone underground. I don't think if you come in a car, you'll get the feeling of what I am getting, because you really have to be out in the open to experience this. When you're in a bubble of a car, you just don't absorb it quite so much. I think it would be even better if we spent just 100 miles a day, not doing 200 a day, but just 100 miles a day, and then taking time to discover this place. Loch Eriboll. I've reached there, about 2 miles away from Durness, where I'm headed. And this is why I stopped. I saw this beautiful sandy beach where the loch goes that way. We came along the side of the loch. Reminds me of sandy beaches drinking rum every night. We got no money, mama, but we can go. So onward to Durness.